Welcome to Geography 311, Introduction to Geovisualization in GIS. My name is Michael Campanovo, and in this video, I'll go over a short introduction to the course. Your goal this semester is to learn how to use the power of location to answer questions and solve problems. We'll do this through the use of GIS and geovisualization. But we'll start by diving into what geovisualization and GIS actually mean. GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems. That probably doesn't help very much either, so let's break it down. The G stands for geographic, as in everything happens somewhere. If we know the spatial patterns and relationships of whatever we're studying, that helps us answer the where questions. We commonly specify location using things like street addresses or latitude and longitude. The I stands for information. Anything that has a location also has important attributes. Think about an apartment for rent listed online. We know the location from the address, but that apartment has other information like the square footage, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, are pets allowed or not. The S stands for system. We need a way to store and analyze the locations of features we want to study, along with the information about them. So how do we leverage computers, software, and online resources to do that? And once we've found the answers to our questions, how do we share those results with others? That leads us to visualization, or the process of presenting information in a graphic format. You've done this anytime you've made a graph or chart for a math or science class. In our case, we'll focus on how to visualize geographic information. One way to visualize geographic information is with a static map, or a map that doesn't change, like a trail map for your favorite state or national park. The map contains everything you need to go exploring for a weekend. But sometimes you need more information than just a map can provide. Maybe your data changes regularly, or the quantity of something is just as important as its location. In that case, you might want an interactive dashboard that provides key decision makers with all the information needed to make data-driven decisions. Then there are other times when the question you're trying to answer needs a narrative and supporting information. Think about a news article with text, maps, graphs, and photos. We can leverage that same idea and build interactive story maps containing all these visual elements, plus components like audio and video. Now that you have a high-level understanding of where we're going in this course, let's go over its components so you better understand what you'll learn this semester. Data management. Many of you don't have a lot of experience working with data in a research or analytical setting. That means we need to teach you some best practices for storing and working with data, even how to name files. Data science. Often, your data isn't in a form conducive to answering your questions. In that case, we may need to run some sort of analysis on that data to change its format or combine it with another data set. Design. If we are going to visualize our data, we really need a basic understanding of design. For instance, how do we specify colors when making static maps for printing versus interactive maps for the web? How do we choose easy-to-read fonts that convey the meaning of features on our maps? How do we coherently lay out the different items on our map? Cartography. While this isn't a cartography course, you still need to know some best practices as they pertain to making maps. These apply to both static and interactive maps. Ethics. For some reason, people believe maps are objective and true. I think if you can create something with that amount of power, that gives you a superpower. And we all know what Uncle Ben says about great power. So we'll spend some time exploring maps and other visualizations so you can judge for yourself whether the creator was a superhero or villain. Each of these topics will be introduced sequentially throughout the semester. We will also integrate them into later topics. For instance, each week you'll start your lab assignment by preparing your computer workspace, downloading your data, and adding it to your software. Next, you'll conduct analysis on that data. Finally, you'll prepare some sort of visualization, like a map, dashboard, or story map as your final deliverable. As we explore different data analysis and visualization techniques, we'll also explore best practices on what you should and should not be doing. As I said at the beginning of this video, everything happens somewhere. So no matter if you are majoring in wildlife and fisheries, political science, or something else entirely, what you learn in this class should apply to your academic interests. If you feel it doesn't, let us know so we can find relevant examples or data sets to explore with you.